Hello everybody, Raging Donuts on, and welcome back to episode 10 of Survival Aquatic. In this episode we will be working on the Guardian farm, and not the farm itself, but rather the storage system area here. Because currently there are only 3 chests, and they are completely filled up, and all the items are getting backed up, so there's no space left there. Also, it does not sort the items, which means they just kind of go into the chest randomly. So what I want to do is I want to add a second floor under here that has a bigger sorting and item storage system. So actually, let's just get right into that. Okay, we've gotten to a point where I realized the beacon is actually in the way of what I'm trying to build. So I'm gonna move the beacon over by 2 blocks, so it's actually gonna be right here. And what I did was, me being the smart person I was, I jumped down there to try and get the soul sand. And immediately like 100 guardians started trying to kill me. And I knew that if I died, all my items would fall in the lava, which would suck. But luckily I did manage to somehow get out. So I need to figure out a way to remove that block of soul sand, because that is the only way that the beacon will work, because there can't be any blocks above it. So what I'm going to try to do instead is go inside the temple, build up and break it from the bottom. That might work better than killing myself. Here we are inside the temple, so I'm gonna go ahead. This is the exact location, and don't worry, it's not your device lagging, it is me lagging. Somehow it lags more from the inside than the outside. I'm not quite sure how, but if I get the glass in my offhand, I should be able to break this and then place a glass block. Did I place it? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I placed it. There we go. Okay, so that glass is in place. Now if I just go all the way down to the bottom. Oh geez, this lag is pretty intense. Yeah, if I often relogging will help. I think it's all the guardians spawning that really makes it lag. Or the bubble columns. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna hurry up and break this. There we go. Okay, so there should be glass all the way from the top all the way down to the bottom. Yep, you can see there goes the beacon. That is great. So now I can actually go back down to the bottom and continue working on this. And place down the very last of the cyan carpets, and there we go. The storage system is officially complete. I think this room looks pretty neat, and there's always room for expansion in the room because it's so huge. And yeah, I added all the storage systems. We've got the prismarine shards, the cooked cod, and the prismarine crystals, and the uncooked cod, so just raw. And this is filtering all the items correctly, so that is great. I'm so happy to have this completed finally. Because, well, it's all the items have just been getting backed up, and that is kind of dumb because, well, then it's less efficient. So yeah, this is something I'm happy to finally have finished. I've been definitely meaning to do it for quite a while. I'll close this up so you can check the hoppers here. So yeah, the Guardian farm is working just fine. No new purchases. Looks like somebody went ahead and made a couple animals. Might be a bit much. Who knows? Well, that's nice. They're always breaking anyway. Now I'm gonna go ahead and do something to this, and this is what I talked about last episode. Is something I want to do, which is actually quite interesting. Alright, so I just watched that last clip as well as the time lapse, and for some reason, whenever I do time lapses, and also that last clip that wasn't even a time lapse, for some reason, it's either really laggy or it just kind of freezes halfway through, kind of like the time lapse did. Like, there were moments in the time lapse, you might not have noticed it too much because it sped up so much, but there are moments in the time lapse where it just kind of freezes for no reason. And I'm not really sure why, and it's really annoying. That last clip was really laggy, I just watched it through. Hopefully the clips from now on will be running smoothly, but I honestly have no idea why. So I'll try my best to just fix it, and yeah. Okay guys, and this has been completed right here. I've set it up in this way for a specific reason. Now I'm going to tell you guys what it is I've actually been doing. What this is it will allow me to get certain enchants from the enchantment table. I can get pretty much any enchant possible in the enchantment table, so not mending and sharpness 5 and that stuff, but pretty much any combination of enchants you can get from the enchantment table. I can manipulate it to get. So I've been needing a new axe for quite a while, and you can see I have a, yeah, this axe is pretty bad, so I have a new axe here, and I want a good axe. So what I'm going to do that is grab this sword here. Okay, first I'm gonna block out one of these bookshelves. Then I'm gonna go ahead, put the sword in here. And now all I have to do is put my diamond axe in here, click the bottom one, and boom, I get exactly the enchant I wanted. Efficiency 4, Silk Touch, and Unbreaking 3. Now, if you guys want to know how this works, I'll leave a link in the description of the video to the original tutorial, but I will also be making my own tutorial shortly on how you can manipulate the enchantment table and get any enchant you want on any items. Now, say for example, I wanted a diamond chestplate with Thorns 2 and Protection 4. So how many diamonds do I need for that? I need 8 diamonds to make a chestplate, so I'll make a new chestplate here. There we go. And then I'll come over to the enchantment table. And I need exactly 14 bookshelves available. There we go. And then if I put in my chestplate, and I put in my lapis, boom, Thorns 2, Protection 4, and even Unbreaking 3. Exactly the enchantment that I wanted. Now, if you're curious as to what my plan with this technique is, I actually want to craft up a whole bunch of books, and then enchant them with good things such as Silk Touch and Unbreaking 3, and Efficiency 5, and things like that that are kind of hard to get, just like come by. So yeah, I want to enchant a whole bunch of those books, and then actually build like a library in the bottom of the town hall, where I'll be selling those books. So the top of the town hall can be where there's a project board and meetings and stuff. The bottom can be the library where I sell books. So hopefully that will make people happy because they can get like good books like Unbreaking and Silk Touch and Efficiency and Protection and all that. But it'll also make me happy because I can, well, sell books and get diamonds. So for this project we will be needing large amounts of books and bookshelves. And for that we need paper, and my sugarcane farm here, the mini version, hasn't exactly been producing any good amounts, or at least not as much as I'd been hoping. So I've come up with a lossless design that will produce 100% efficient sugarcane. It's a pretty big design, and it will fit just perfectly along this side of my wall here. So, funnily enough, I've collected all the resources, and the one material I'm missing, even though I live in the desert, is actually sand. So as you can see, I need a bunch of powered rails and some of this stuff. It works with minecart hoppers. So yeah, all I'm missing is sand. So I'll go collect the sand real quick, and then we'll jump right into building it. Okay guys, I'm back. I just got back from enchanting a bunch of stuff and also recording a small tutorial for you guys that should be coming out really soon if you guys, unless it's already been out. I don't know what order I'm going to upload these in. But I've actually made some extra gear here. If you look, you can see fire protection 4, fire protection 4, fire protection 4, fire protection 4. And all of them have unbreaking. Ouch. Please don't break my armor. Thank you very much. All of them do in fact have unbreaking on them. And this one has thorns. And this one has respiration. So pretty much some of the best armor you can have in the game. Unless, of course, mending. But I don't have enough mending. And the reason I'm going to be needing this is because I will be building the Wither Skeleton Skull Farm. And hopefully Jeremy will help me. I don't know. He might, like, die instantly. Because look at how sucky his armor is. I don't know. His armor is pretty bad. But I just tested this out. And, okay, he's going to break my armor already if this goes on. Please don't. No. Oh, I forgot I can't place water in the nether. Well, I'm very intelligent, apparently. So I don't want my armor breaking already, but yeah, basically I discovered another fortress this way a really long time ago, actually. And I've been planning to build a Wither Skeleton Skull farm there all along, but I haven't really, like, I've been too scared to actually do it because I knew I was just going to die instantly. But now with this newly made armor, I should be able to do it. Okay, it would help if I had my Elytra. I made this an Elytra tunnel so you could fly there. But I don't have my Elytra on me, so this is just going to take a little bit, so I'll be back with you guys once I get there. Ah, sad life. And after a lot of boring walking, we have arrived at the, what do you call this? The Nether Fortress. So this place is already pretty huge, and I'm quite sad because it looks like somebody has already been here and raided it, even though I put a sign saying it was my property. But yeah, this thing is pretty huge, so it should be pretty good for building what I want to build, which is the Wither Skeleton Skull Farm. Don't push your luck, Jeremy. Just to show you guys how neat this armor is, I'm going to go ahead and jump in this lava, as you can see. Not a lot of damage is being taken, which is great, because I'm probably going to be falling in that lava quite a bit of times. So yeah, this is a pretty neat farm. I'm going to wait for this fire to go away. I should probably turn off the fire on my texture pack, because it makes it quite hard to see. But if we go ahead and come over here, these blazes are pretty neat. I'm going to see if I can kill some of them. But yeah, I might have to block off the spawner because blazes will definitely become a problem when building this farm. But luckily, I do have my neat fire protection armor. Jeremy, I recommend you watch out a bit though, because you don't have fire protection armor. And that will make it a bit difficult. So yeah, this is a blaze spawner. I don't want to break it because we will be needing... Oh, hello, Blaze. Don't mind me. I'm just going to light up this place a bit, so not as many... No, move, please. There we go. Oh, a Blaze Rod. Nice. Jeremy, please don't shoot me with the trident. That'll be lovely. I'm just going to go ahead and light this place up. There we go. Those are my last torches. So they'll still be spawning, but hopefully they should spawn a bit less now. So I'm thinking... may I? No, you may not break it, Jeremy. We will definitely be needing them. Jeremy, don't even think about it. Thank you. We will be needing the... No, Jeremy, that's not how it works. Soak Touch still breaks the spawner. And you call yourself a pro. No, you can't get it, Jeremy. You can't get spawners. If you could, we'd all be if we could get spawners, we'd all be running around with huge blaze farms in our bases. No, the reason blaze farms are so hard to build because you have to build them around the actual spawner. Come on, let's... Oh, come on. Ouch. I'm sorry, Jeremy. I'm sorry. I may have hit you. Well, this is fun, isn't it? Oh, there's a bunch of wither skeletons over there. Oh, hello, Blaze. So yeah, blazes are a bit of a pain when building in the nether. But I'm not too scared to die anymore because I do have my trusty new armor here. Jeremy should be a bit more scared, though. He doesn't. Ooh, nice blaze rods. Blaze rods are always nice. Okay, so I think this is the general area. You want to go home? You can go home, Jeremy. It's okay. I can build this. So yeah, I think this is the area. There's a nice flat surface. That will actually make it easier for me because then there's less chance of me falling in lava and dying. Hello, Wither Skeleton. How about we just come over here and we just have... Oh, you fell down. Great. This guy's clearly intelligent. Okay, I'm just gonna see if I can shoot him. And he didn't drop a head. Alright. So that's exactly why I am, in fact, planning on building this Wither Skeleton farm. Okay, guys, so first of all, I think I may have been really lucky in this case. First of all, this place is really big. Like, really big. I'm just exploring and I'm still finding new places. Plus, oh, try not to die, Jeremy. Log off or something, I don't know. Plus, turns out the person here didn't actually raid all the chests. Maybe they just kind of gave up because a lot of them still had a bit of loot. And then, not enough of that. Look what's over there. Another fortress. Like, if that's not lucky, I don't know what is. So, we should, yeah, we'll definitely be checking that out at some other point. So really, there's not much more I can say with words. And if you guys guessed correctly, then you'll have guessed that we are going to be heading into time-lapse mode any second now and get this farm built. So I'll be back with you guys once this thing is completed. I honestly don't know why I'm surprised, but once again, this time-lapse has crashed and corrupted. So yeah, you guys won't get the first part of the time-lapse, but all I did was just build the floor of the Wither Skeleton farm made out of nether brick, so not too interesting, but still a bit sad that it was in fact lost. But with that out of the way, we'll just continue the video. Okay guys, and I'm now back from the nether and back in my base, because if you guys were watching the time-lapse, which you probably were if you've gotten to this part, you'll see that I've actually completed the entire bottom part and the spawning space for the Wither Skeleton farm, and that thing is massive. It took me several hours to do all that, but I just went back to my base to actually get all the resources I'll need to be doing the rest. It is a really simple farm. I'll leave the link in the description for the farm design created by Tango Tech. But in these shulker boxes, I've got some of the things I need. You can see I've still got a bunch of nether bricks left. I'll be needing some flower pots, a bunch of stone bricks, and these I'll be using for slabs, because the roof will be needed to make of... I'll need to make the roof out of slabs. And then the walls, I'm thinking of doing them partly out of red stained glass, and then I also want to partly make them out of concrete. So I went out and got a bunch of gravel and sand, and I'm thinking of doing like a nice pattern where there's some orange concrete, and this might be enough, I don't know. Some orange concrete and some red concrete. So if I go ahead, luckily I have a bunch of red, what do you call it, red dye. So I should have, yes, 4 stacks of gravel, like that, and then sand. So that's 4 stacks of sand, and that should give me some 8 stacks of red concrete powder. So these all need to be converted into regular concrete. So for that, I'm going to be needing an AFK concrete converter, and I'll probably be going AFK overnight or something, because this is a lot of concrete, and it will be a pain to get converted. You can see I'm smelting up some glass here as well for all the glass paints I want to make, though I already have a bit. But this farm is so huge, I'm probably going to be needing more than that. I might even need more than this concrete here. So yeah, I'm going to get that concrete converter constructed, then I'll be going AFK overnight to convert all this concrete, and then we'll definitely continue working on the Wither Skeleton farm. Apparently doing that only took 10 minutes, so these are all converted. I just built this small concrete converter design, not the most beautiful thing ever, but it's just a small thing, might even be temporary, who knows. It was designed by Gnembon, so I'll also put the tutorial in the description for that if you guys want to build that as well. After lots of hard work, I'm glad to announce the Wither Skeleton farm is not complete, but functional, definite. It's nearing a very close completion. I've done a lot of decoration, as you can see. I've added a path here, as well as a path going down all the way here. And it looks like somebody made a little elytra launching thingy-bobby. So yeah, this thing is pretty much functional. There are still a few things I need to do to, in fact, increase the spawn rate, but I've made this little entrance here. So if we come ahead, go ahead and come this way over here, you will notice I've covered a large part of the fortress in slabs, and that is to stop spawning outside of the actual farm. So I've covered pretty sure it's every single block in the fortress with a slab, so that should reduce mobs spawning outside my farm. No ghast. Please refrain from... Okay, if I can actually hit it. There we go, perfect. So this is the farm. The blue looks a bit out of place, but you don't really see it from the inside. It's a ring that only goes around the outside. Why can I not? Oh, this is a slab. Very intelligent. There we go. It's just a ring that goes around the outside. But I like the orange and the red. So if we go ahead and come down here, behind here is actually kind of the safe room I made while I was working on the farm. You can see here I've got covered this part here up too, so that no wither skeletons will spawn. So I've still got a bunch of materials left over, which is always a good thing to have. I am planning on putting some carpets here because I have had a blaze spawn on here, and we want to reduce all spawning spaces. So if we come up here, this is the actual farm, and pretty much all you do is run back and forth and look at any wither skeletons that spawn. Now, we don't get too many wither skeletons spawning, and that is because I believe, well, I don't know, it isn't like, this isn't a super farm or anything. It's just a very safe version of like the normal way. You really just kind of stand one end and hope for them to spawn. If I do want to increase the spawning rate, I'll have to find out the exact bounding box of this nether fortress, and then see if I can expand it a bit further, because that should allow me to get some more spawns and despawns. Because what you want to do is you want to have it more than 120 blocks wide, because that will allow you to despawn the mobs on one end, allowing more mobs to spawn in the other end. So this works pretty much by you being exactly tall enough for the wither skeletons to spot you and go after you, but not for the magma cubes or the blazes or the pigmen or any of those guys. So as long as you don't jump, you're actually perfectly safe in here. You can see I haven't quite finished up the roof here, and that is because I happen to run out of stone brick. I also haven't finished up the ending here, and that's because this farm needs to be built inside the bounding box of the nether fortress. That's the only place where the skeletons can spawn. That means the bounding box is like the area that every single component of the nether fortress takes up. So like a huge box that fits perfectly around the nether fortress. So say the bounding box goes out a few more blocks that way, I might want to expand this out a bit further, just in case. But right now, this is the way it is, so I'm not building a killing platform on this side. But if we actually get any wither skeletons spawning, there aren't any spawning right now. I'm not sure as that. There were a few spawning yesterday. I am the only one online though, so not quite sure why. But like I said before, it's not the fastest. I'm not sure if having a roof over it makes them spawn faster, so I will definitely have to complete that up and add a roof there. But other than that, as I said, the farm is in fact functional, which means you can use it whenever some spawn. There are still things I need to do to make it work faster and better. So when you've got some and they're see you and they're following after you, you just stand up against this bar here, and they run up here where you can then easily kill them, and their items fall into here. Now I haven't actually gotten any wither skeleton skulls from the farm, but I did get a few while I was working on the farm. So we go ahead and go back down to the safe room. I've also run out of food, so I will need to go back to my base. We are pretty much done with this project, though there are a few things I'll need back at my base. For example, some extra stone slabs to cover up the rest of that roof. It seems I've run out of those. I will also need some food, of course, and as you can see, my armor has definitely been put to good use. Has saved me a good couple of times when I fell into the lava and such. So this farm has been a massive project, but definitely worth undertaking, because getting wither skeleton skulls is always a very underestimated part of Minecraft that can definitely be extremely time consuming, to say the least. So I think I'm going to go ahead and real quick I'll go back to my base and see if I have any stone lying around, though I'm not too sure I do. Luckily this the elytra tunnel on the way back doesn't actually require any food, because you just fly with the elytra, so I should be able to get back there. But other than this, I like the decoration I've done on the farm. I think it gives it a nice little look. There shouldn't be mobs spawning anywhere other than the farm. The zombie pigmen spawning might reduce the spawn rates a bit of the farm, so I don't know if I have to place slabs there as well. Really, there's a lot of complicated things you can do to make the farm go faster, but you can then ask yourself if it's really worth the time. But as you can see, all these zombie pigmen spawning everywhere. I believe that is cluttering up the mob cap around here. So that's another reason why making the farm bigger is better, or longer is better. Oh geez, I seem to be at a loss of health. Because when the farm is longer, you get far away, and that allows mobs to despawn. So when you come back, the mobs can spawn again. So this, I'm gonna try not to kill myself here. Go ahead and, okay, I'll have to just slowly waltz back to my base. We are now back at the base, and I've grabbed myself a piece of bread here. I am running out of food at my base supplies, though I just remembered I do in fact have a food box here full of some nice cooked cod. And that reminds me, yes, we got 5 wither skulls while we were working on the farm, which is absolutely fantastic. That would otherwise take a very long time to get. And that, combined with the 2 wither skulls we had previously, actually puts it up on 7. Which is enough to kill 2 withers and get 2 beacons. And beacons are always nice to have. Currently I have not a single beacon in my base because the one I had was put to use at the Guardian farm. So it's always nice to have some beacons, you know. So I will definitely, in the next episode, be doing that. I'll be killing those withers and turning them into beacons, because beacons are lovely. I love beacons. So yeah, I actually think this episode is a bit longer than my previous episodes. So I will definitely be ending it here. I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode. It was an interesting one. We did a couple of different projects, including this super duper sugarcane farm that I absolutely love. This thing has been working great. Just look at how much sugarcane I've gotten from this. This is fantastic. I'm totally not competing against I'm random person against who has the most sugarcane. No, I would never do that. So yeah, this thing is fantastic. I love having this. I've always been running out of sugarcane, so it's nice to have a steady supply of it now. I've also heard that random person has built a creeper farm, and he's selling gunpowder in the shopping area, so I might need to, I don't know, step up my game or something. It seems, well, not that I was ever selling my gunpowder, I was just giving it away for free, so I guess I'm not really a good businessman there. But anyway, that will be it for this video. I truly hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, consider liking and subscribing if you haven't already. And you know what, I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.